Hey everyone, in this video I'm gonna walk you through our post controller. So let's dive in. So I just open up the file, and as you can see all the basic required models and helper function. So this is the post models, comment models, user models, and these two are helper function. Recently we talk about it, right? So now let's talk about fast create post. So this is the asynchronous function, as I talk again and again, because it takes time. Inside create post function just we have, so inside the try block, the first things I grab two two required stuff like caption tags from a requested body. And I think if you don't know, this is called restructuring. And after that I just grab the clerk id from request.auth.user id, and then before uploading anything we add a quick validation check if the request does not include either an image or video file, meaning both request files images and request files videos are missing. We immediately return a 404 response with a JSON message saying at least one image or video file is required, because these files are coming from Malta, right? This is a quick check. And next we find the user. From the database using clerk id. So inside user document we look for that user, right? So we called find one method, right? If user does not exist, we return another 404 with user not found message. Now let's handle media uploads. I initialize an empty array called media uploads, which will hold all our media files, both images and videos. Let's start with images. So if request files dot image exists, that means the user uploaded one or more images. We loop through them using a for loop, because multiple files can be uploaded inside that loop. We call upload to Cloudinary for each file. Remember that function takes two parameters: the file path and an option object, which in our case includes the folder name images post/images and resource type image. Once Cloudinary uploads the image, it returns a result object, right? A result object. From that, we only need the secure URL. We only care about the secure URL. So each media file becomes an object inside that array. Then we do the same thing, right? So like if you understand this one, so this is the URL. So inside post model we have the media field. Inside media field, which is array, and we have our object. So inside the object we have two fields, URL and type. That's why, guys, I'm doing here, right? Then I push this thing inside media upload. All right. So yeah, this is first the result, and this is the type, and this type, this is the type, resource type. And the same thing for video. Right, the rest of the logic is identical. So now, but if you look at we make it the just resource type change and the video folder name change, but everything is same like images. And now about tags. Sometimes tag come as a single string, other times as an array. So if type of tag is equal to string, I split them by commas, string extra space, right? Yeah, comma, and then map through. And here if you look at a trim, and then filter out empty values, right? Filter out empty values. After all that setup, yeah. But if you look at otherwise I just parse them directly as an array that gives me a clean array of tags called parse tag, right? Right. So this is the first if else. If tags is equal to string, then do this stuff. Otherwise, just if array is there, just assign this tag inside parse. Right. After all that setup, we are ready to create the new post. So I call new post, right? So this is the keyword and this is the post model, and the way we structure now we are doing this, right? And this is the user, this is the media caption tags, right? And then we have to save it, so which actually writes it to MongoDB. So this one save this. So this is we create in memory, but this line save it in MongoDB. So now MongoDB understand this one, otherwise not. If you do this way, so you just do it in memory. But yeah, so we use save method, and once the post is created, you also update the user post list. We have a field upload post, right? So you call find by ID and update. So at once it's gonna find and update, right? This is the user ID, and then we push this new post ID inside this field. And finally, we return a success response with status code 201 and a JSON object containing success, message, and post. If anything goes wrong in this process, we catch the error, we log it, we return a 500 response with success, false, message, and error. And that's the flow of our create post controller, from validation to uploading files to Cloudinary, saving to MongoDB, and linking the post back to the users. Now let's talk about the next controller, get all posts. The get all posts, the main purpose of this function is simple: to fetch all posts from our database. So inside try block, the first piece of logic handle pagination. Now pagination here is totally optional. If you wanna use it, keep this block of code. If you don't need pagination, you can remove it. It won't affect the rest of the logic, right? It won't affect. So next, right? And it really depends on how your front end sends the data. If it includes page number or limits, this code will handle it perfectly. Next, we use find method. This is the post collection, and this is a find method. This fetch all the documents from post collection, and there is no filter, no condition here. We are simply retrieving everything, but we don't want random order. Right? So we sort it using sort, and this is create at -1, which means we get the newest post first, descending order by time. Then we use skip and limit for skip and limit for pagination. Again, these two are only relevant if you are implementing pagination on the front end. After fetching, we use populate. We use populate, which is one of the most powerful features of Mongoose. Without populate, you only get IDs for nested documents. But with populate, you can fetch the actual reference data. So we first populate user. So the path is user, select full name, profile image, and then another nested document is comments. So we care about only text, user, and create add. So we have nested users, that's we use nested populate. This is a user, and we care about only file name and profile image. And then the post data itself. So here we only care about media, caption, tags, likes, comment counts, views, and create add. Right? So, and then we use lean, which convert the result into a plain JavaScript object, faster to process and send as JSON. After that, we calculate the total number of post document using post.counts document, which help us send back pagination details such as total number, total items, current page, and total page. Finally, if everything runs smoothly, we return 200 response with a JSON object containing success true, total, current page, total pages, and we use math and total divided by limit, and then post. If something goes wrong, we catch the error, we log it for debugging purpose, and we return a 404, a 500 response with a failure message, something like this one, failed to fetch post. So this is the simple one, get all posts, right? So now let's talk about our next controller, get post by ID. The purpose of this one is simple. We only care about fetching a specific post by its ID. This is useful whenever someone wants to open or view a single post page, or when you need that post for further action like comments or likes. So inside TryBlock, the first things we do is grab that post ID from request.params, and notice this is the structuring, and this name depends on how you define your routes, right? So yeah, and then we are finding that post. I'm using find by ID. This is a post ID, and if it exists, then assign here, and we have the nested reference documents. That's why we want actual data. So again, we are using populate for user, populate for comments, and then post itself, media, caption, tags, like, created, and then lean. And here I add a check. If post does not exist, we return 404 message, post not found, and then response status code 200 and success, and then post. And if something goes wrong, we catch the error, log the error for debugging purpose, and then we send the response status code 400 JSON, the containing success, false message, right? So yeah, and that's it. And yeah, this is the get post by ID controller. I hope that makes sense so far. Alright, now let's understand the next controller, get user post. So inside TryBlock, I first grab the user ID, the user we want to grab, right? So that's why, and then I just add a checkpoint. If user doesn't exist, we return 404 or 400 user ID is required. And here also I'm finding that particular user. So here I'm just checking, and yeah, so here just I'm using add checking, right? So but if you look at here also I'm checking that things, but if you don't need if you don't want this check, just pull them out. It doesn't matter at all. So it's depending on how you organize your code. Okay, so if I found the user, then just uh, select that things. So I care about the full name, profile image, followers, and following, right? And yeah, so this follower or following also itself id, but if you want the actual data, so you can use populate, and then lean. So I convert the document into uh, the simple plain javascript json object, and then I'm checking if user does not exist, we return 404 user not found, and then get post for that user. So here just I'm just I'm just fetching all the user related that particular user. Okay, all the post, I'm just fetching all the posts related to that users. So that's why this is a post, and we use find method, and this is the user field inside post, and this is the user id. So I'm looking for all the posts, and if match, then populate user, full name, profile image, and then I sort them descending order. Descending order, it means newest first, and then I make it lean. And here just I create accounts. So user with count, this is a variable, and this is the object. So this is a user, and I'm here using split operator. So just keep the previous user, and then also the new two field. This is a new user, so followers length, and this is a user following length. So here I'm just counting follower count and following count, right? And here just I'm passing then I respond with status code to JSON object like users. So here we have two follower counts, and here we have post, right? So yeah, so inside we have the previous users, and then we have this two field, right? And if something goes wrong, we handle in this catch block. So we first log, and then we send back to our front end, right? So this is the get user post, right? So like you can call the creator post, right? So here just we allow everybody, they can upload their photo images, so that's why. And now the toggle post like, let's understand the toggle post like, right? And yeah, because it's very toggle post like and toggle post save are same, right? So the idea is simple. When a user clicks the like button, we either add their like if they haven't liked the post yet, or remove it if they already have. Basically the same button performs both like and unlike, right? So inside try block, first we grab post id. This is the post id we want to like or unlike, and then clerk id from clerk middleware, and then I check the post. If post does not exist, post not found. Similar for user, if user exists, it's okay, otherwise user not found. And here I'm checking. So this is the post collection, and there is a field likes. If anything inside likes, that means already like. So I'm using sum. So sum just return boolean, true or false. If match, return true. If not return false. So this is the like user id from this like array, and this is a user id. So if they are matched, that means this user id already inside likes, which means that user already liked that post. So based on this variable boolean value, we want to add the user ID inside likes, or we want to pull them out. Yeah. So if it's true, that means run this block of code. Otherwise, it's gonna run this else block of code, right? So here you are. Let's say it's true. That means user already have ID inside that like array. So I have to pull that out. So that's what I did. And also in user collection, we have this field like post. So I have to also pull that out. And otherwise, if it's false, that means user haven't liked it. So now we have to put their ID inside that likes field, right? So that's I'm using add to set operator. So it does only it's prevent a duplication if already exists. So it just skip, right? So yeah, so I just add into that likes and also inside like post, and then I also update that like counts field. So we have fields and we have length, and then we update that likes count. And yeah, and then we have to, because these are just in memory, but we have to save it. That's why we are using save, post save, and user save. So now both document get updated, and then we send the status code success true, like user ID and to the like and message, right? Because this based on this value we want to handle on our front end to show the icon or the state. That's we need this we need these things. And if something goes wrong, we'll handle here. So this is the toggle post, and it's same the toggle post save. This is another button, and here we are doing same things. First grab the post ID. The post ID we want to save or unsave, and also the clerk ID. And here similarly we are looking for that post ID. If exists, it's okay. Otherwise, so the message post not found. Similar for user, we are looking for user using clerk ID. If exists, it's okay. Otherwise, so user not found. And then I'm also initiate the variable called is save. So I'm also checking if post ID already inside save post, then that means the user already saved that post. So it becomes true. And based on this boolean value, I'm just adding the post ID inside, and then also and I pull them out, right? And yeah, if it's true, that means filter. So here I'm using filter. So filter return a new array. If the condition match, keep it. If does not, that means remove. So if that ID inside the save and the post ID, if they are not match, that means it's become true. So keep it, right? So basically it just pull that ID out, right, from that array. Otherwise push that ID inside save post. That's it. And then we have to save the user ID, user collection, and just return. And we need these things, and yeah, that's it. Inside catch block, just we handle the catch, the error, and respond. And the next one is increment post view count. So here the cool part, it's depend on how you want to track the view count, right? So for our case, we want to track the only login users. You can track if somebody visit your profile, you can increase their account. But in our case, we don't. Yeah, we can do it, but yeah. So this is the post ID, the post we want to visit, so we can increase that particular post, and then the clerk ID same. And we are looking for the user. If not, if does not exist, we return user not found, and also post. If post does not exist, we return post not found. And also we check similar things. Has viewed using some, and we have viewed by inside post collection, right? So yeah, if they are matched, that means that particular user already viewed that post. So based on this, we are adding and we are removing. So, and if exist, then so view already count for this user, and then return this view. And we also have to yeah, and then also we have to increment the views by 1, and also we have to put that user ID inside viewed by, and then we have to save, and then we return this success message view, and inside catch block we just catch it. And now the update post, let's talk about it. So here also I am grabbing the particular post ID, the post you want to update, and then the clerk, and then the body. So here we have caption, tags, and here we am looking for I'm looking for the particular user. If user exists, it's okay, otherwise is not found. Same for post, if post exists, okay, otherwise post not found. And I'm checking ownership. If the post I want to delete, if the post belongs to me, that means I'm the owner. So how can we check that? That's how we have inside post collection we have user field. So we are grabbing that ID, and we also grabbing the user ID. So if they are not equal, that means it's true. That means it's true. Run this block of code. Not authorized to update this post, or if become false, skip it. That means you are the owner, the post you want to delete. And then I'm just replace existing media if new files are uploaded. So you can add new images. So that's why these are coming from alter. So request files images length if greater than 0, that means exists something. Or yeah, both are same, video and length. And then here I'm just deleting the previous one. So I'm just look through, and this is the post media, and this is the media item. And delete from Cloudinary, this function accept 2 parameters. So I have to pass 2 arguments, the file URL and the resource type. And then I assign new media, and for same for images. Right? So this is the, I think I delete the new one, and this is a updation, like upload. So this is the new one. So this is the older one. I first have to delete, and then if something, yeah, and then it's work. So yes, you already talked about it before. So yeah, and then just update this post media with this new media. And for caption and tags, if caption, then update post caption, post document with the caption. And for tags also, I'm also checking if tags array, then update this, otherwise split and trim it, and then save that post and assigned update post, and then return success message and update. This is the catch block again. If something goes wrong, we handle here. And this is the last one inside push controller, that is delete post, right? And I think this is the most nested document we have, because if you delete the delete post, we have to delete all the reference, right? And yeah, so and inside the try block, same things, we are grabbing the particular ID, the post we want to delete, and the clerk ID. Same things, we are checking the user, we are checking the post, and also here we are checking the ownership. And then we start removing all the relationship, right? So the first, inside user collection, we have update post. So we use update many, right? And then we just pull out that particular post ID from upload post. And for like post, similar things, we just pull out that particular post ID from like post array. Similar for save post, we just pull out that particular post ID from the save post field, and then we delete all comment link with this post. So we are using, this is a, yeah, we are passing a field ID, and then this is a increment. Yeah, so I'm checking post comment include or not. So this is a in method. If does, then delete that particular comment, and then I have to delete the post media itself. So same things we are calling delete from Cloudinary, and then we remove all the media from the particular post we are deleting, and then we have to delete post itself, and then this is the response. So this is the controller, post controller. So far I hope that makes sense how each controller work particular in order to perform the particular action. Alright guys, now let's talk about our post route. So inside route, let's talk about the post route. So at the top we import everything we need: express, malter, all the controller, and the middleware and the storage. Now then I instance the express router. So and here router, and then this is the upload, and from malter this yeah, here I'm passing storage. So here you also can add limit as we did for our user. Okay, so here you also can add that limit. Okay, it's up to you guys. And then this is our first route, which is post method, right? So here if you look at, I'm using upload.fields. This is multi-upload setup, meaning user can upload images and videos together in the same request. Inside fields we define two objects, one for image, one for videos. And you can see, so user can upload up to 4 images and up to 1 video, right? Pretty cool, right? So this is our first route, create post. And if you look at, you are using require what, because this is the private. Without login you cannot access these things. And then the next one is get user post. That's get method. And remember, user ID is a dynamic parameter. So inside your controller you'll grab it using request param.user_id, right? So yeah, the way you define this dynamic ID, you have to grab from there. And the next one is get all post. It's a get method as well, right? This is the get method. And the second one also get post by ID. This is the dynamic ID, and this is the get method. And these are public. Without login you can access them. And then also toggle post like. This is a post. Right? So and this is a private. And these two also private. First one toggle safe, and we are using post, a put, right? So if you look at here, I'm using post, here I'm using put, so it doesn't matter, but just keep consistent. So yeah, and so I think put and patch, put overwrite it, patch update one things, and then require what, increment view. And this is the another route for update post. And then this is a dynamic ID, this is a require what, and this is a fields, image 1, image 5, and video 1, and this is for delete. So this way, and then we have to we have to export. So we can use it in our app.js or our server.js, whatever it is. So right, so this way we define our routes, and we have to grab this. So when we access the this route, our front end, we have to keep remind this stuff, right? And here I want to like, so let's understand what is the difference between put and patch. Put replace the whole document. Patch updates just the specific field you want. So for like updating caption or tags, always use patch, right? So yeah, put and patch. And now let's import this inside our app.js. So the purpose of app.js is like as a main entry point of our backend, right? So here we are clean up all our logic. So we put our controller, route and other stuff. That's why here we just import all this stuff: express, cookie parser, course, .env, right? So yeah, and so course stand for cross origin resource sharing, right? CORS. When your front end and back end are on different URL, like front end 5173, back end 5004. So browser block request by default. So course tells the browser, hey, this origin is safe. Let it talk to me, right? And cookie parser helps you to read write cookies. You only need this if you are storing what token in cookies. But if you're using bearer token in header, it's not needed. You can still keep the import for flexibility. And this is the .env, like allows you to use environment variable, right? Environment variable. Yeah, so like you can access process.env, right? And this is .config, like this line loads files so you can safely access all your environment variable. And here we import all the routes, and this line initialize the express application, basically creates your backend engine that listen for incoming requests and sends response back. And when you deploy your app, your front end will leave a different URL than your local one. So this part automatically, so this part I can switch. So this is the base URL, I make it false. So I'm using ternary operator. That means if it's false, so that means I'm in local. If it's true, that means I'm on Vercel. And then this line whitelist your front end URL so it can talk to backend, right? So because I put credential true, means it allows sending cookies or headers with token between front end and backend. If you don't include course, your front end request will fail with error. And then this is a webhook route setup. And this is where your backend listens for events sent from third-party service, like for our case, Clark. Clark will send a post request here whenever user is created, update or delete. You process that event inside webhook middleware. And yeah, and keep remember it plays before express JSON, because Clark sends raw body data, and using express JSON to early can break that raw body. And this one is a JSON and cookie middleware. So express JSON tells express to automatically parse incoming JSON request. Without requested body would be undefined, right? Without it, requested body would be undefined. And then cookie parser helps read cookies if you are storing session data there, right? So like if you're using tokens with headers like bearer token, cookie parser isn't strictly needed. You can safely remove it, right? And then register all the route. So this is the user routes we will talk about. This is the post route we will talk about. So this is the base endpoint. API/user, API/post, and this one, these are I'm gonna talk about. And then we have to export, because this one gonna be used in like index.js, right? It's a cool because we want to keep clean. Yeah, this index.js, right? And yeah, this is the this is the main entry point of our backend, right? So yeah, this is our all the dependency. And yeah, this is .env from .env. This is the http from node.js, and then this is MongoDB, and this is the app, and this is the init socket from socket.js. And we just call, so we can load, and then we call the MongoDB. And here, so here just we create a server, right? So yeah, so we are wrapping our express app, right? Express app inside raw HTTP server. Normally you can just do app.listen, but we are using this approach because we want to integrate socket IO, which requires direct access to HTTP server instance. That's why we are doing here. And then we initialize socket IO. We initialize and attach it to our HTTP server. That way both Express and socket IO share the same server, meaning API route and WebSocket events run on the same port. You don't need to open multiple server for chat or notification, right? So and here we define and start the server. So we set up a port number 5004, and then we just listen, server listen, start the server and begins accepting request. And this is a callback. Just log that backend is up and running, right? So if you run, so we are right now we are in local. So yeah, now if you save, and now you can see this is the server running on port 500. So if I change the message here, let's say the server running on port, let's say port 1, or let's say 1 backend, so you can see the message update. And here you go, server running on backend port 5004, right? And connect to MongoDB, right? So yeah, now I hope that makes sense so far. We understand our app.js and index.js. So I hope that makes sense and it clears to you.